What's up, everybody? It is Friday, December 13th. For those that went working through the whole week, it's your weekend now. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. As you can tell, I'm in a different place. We had a kind of an emergency come up and we had to take off. So I've been driving all day and I'm not in the comfort of my own studio, but I can't preach to people what I don't do. And like I said, I'm all about goals. I'm all about staying committed. And here I am. So I'm not going to be in my normal podcast studio for a few days, but I wanted to make sure I come on here and complete my goal to myself. And that goes in line with what we're going to be talking about today. It's adapting to whatever's thrown at you. I've been driving all day. I drove more than 500 miles already throughout the whole day, and I'm tired. The lighting's bad. I'm used to my black background. I got to shave a little bit. I got bags under my eyes. The lighting, like I said, is coming down this way, so it's not going to be the best video. But as always, it's not about the bells and whistles. It's not about everything else. As long as people can hear you, people can see you. Everything's clear, and it's about the message. And my message, like I said, is just making sure you stay committed. Make sure whatever is thrown at you, that you keep focused on your goal. I made a goal to do the last 31 days of the year, make a video every single day. And I've been faced with a lot of challenges, and I've been able to do that. This one by far is one of the biggest challenges because I'm not in my own comfort zone. So I'm a little bit out of my own element. Even though I've been practicing to speak better, when you're in your own element or in your own zone, it makes it a lot easier. I'm in someone else's house right now, so I had to borrow a little tripod thing. It might fall over. I don't know what might happen. It's kind of thin, tilting to the side, but we'll see how it goes. If it lasts, perfect. But this is how it's going to be for the next couple of days on my channel. I'm going to be trying to do these videos in this format here. It's not going to have all the extra animated stuff that I put at the end, but at least I'm doing it. At least I'm staying committed to myself. And I know in 2025, a lot of people are going to start their businesses. A lot of people make these, promises to themselves. I forgot what you call it, the word, but they're like, hey, 2025 is my year. I'm going to lose weight. 2025, I'm launching my business and I'm going to do this. 2025, I'm gonna make changes in my life for the better. And I have my own goals for 2025. I'm gonna, I have these set of goals that I wanna achieve and make sure I stay committed, but why not do that now? This 31-day challenge to myself is gonna help me stay committed. It's gonna make it a whole lot easier. It's gonna make it when we do release, do our relaunch of our podcast, I'm able to speak and add the tips that people have given me to be able to communicate better. That's ultimately my goal. Like I said, I've always wanted to be honest with people. I want to be just what you see is what you get. I'm not here to hook you. I don't have any other intentions other than just sharing what I've learned and hoping that it helps people and hoping that this stuff helps me. It was a rough ride all the way down here, a rough drive. Like I said, we have like a little emergency. It's got nothing to do with me or my wife and stuff like that, but we're here and I'm on here. So I hope this helps to show that no matter what you face, you can still stay committed to something. Even if your goal is to lose weight, you don't have to be in a full gym to lose that weight. If your goal is to be a better person, nothing has to be perfect for you to make those changes. If your goal is to be rich or whatever, it's gonna take this type of stuff to do that. It's gonna take you staying committed to yourself, dodging everything that's thrown at you and keep going forward, keep looking forward and never backwards. Keep staying on your goal and not failing yourself. I want to look back on 2020, when 2026 hits, I want to look back on 2025 and see all the accomplishments, see all that I've done to reach my goal. When 2025 hits January 1st, I want to look back on December and be like, hey, you know what? I'm ready for this relaunch of the podcast, and look at these videos as, you know, I've been progressing. I go back and I look at these videos. I don't just put it out there and be like, hey, hopefully everybody likes it. I go back and I look and see what I could do better. If I looked a certain way, if I keep trying to use that word, which I do a lot, I just did it again. That was not staged. It actually happened. There it goes again, sorry. I want to look back on December and be like, hey, you know, I kept that commitment to myself. I was able to do this. Even today, I'm exhausted. It was a long drive. But here we are, you know, I'm talking to you. On the drive, I still had a podcast in my ear and I listened to some good videos just for inspiration for today. And on one of the videos that I was listening to, they said, it does not have to be perfect, just start. That came from Stephen Rachel again. I listened to his podcast and he was talking about being older and people having fear of doing their videos and what people would think. But it doesn't matter what people think. It doesn't matter if the whole world doesn't like you. If you reach someone and they watch your stuff and someone likes you and how you talk, and you can have this connection, whether, you know, be in person or you, just on the video, you know, you connect with that one person, that person's going to come back because you delivered something to them. You gave them something worthy of them listening to. I don't have any bullet points in front of me, so I might go off track and then come back. Bear with me. Like I said, at least I'm here. At least I'm doing this. I'm going to look back at this video. I'm going to catch a lot of the stuff that I did wrong. But it's good for me. This stuff is good because it takes me out of my comfort zone again. You know, when starting my podcast, I was already nervous about talking on a camera. I started progressing. So now this is taking me a whole nother level. It's taking me out of my comfort zone again after I got comfortable to that zone a little bit and put me in a new uncomfortable spot. But it's good. It's good for growth. And that's the same way with business. You're going to be moments in the time of your business, there's going to be ups and there's going to be lows. But you got to be the same when it's up and you got to be the same when you're low. You got to respect both levels. You got to stay the way you are on both sides of that spectrum, I guess, if you want to say. If you get happy when something goes good, that happiness can help you when something goes bad, because you've already tested that. You know, you've already established yourself. You have a strong foundation. You have my favorite tree. It used to be the oak tree, because, you know, growing up in South Texas, you have oaks and you have pecans. But I started to fall in love with the palm trees, Mexican fan palms, canary palms, you know, the majestic palm trees. And I was listening to this story one time, and this old man was talking about palm trees. It was actually a sermon. And he said, I'm like the palm tree. You know, where it's a sturdy tree, but it withers through a lot of storms. And that's why you have some of them that are all kind of bent up like that, because they get hit by hurricanes. But since they're so flexible, they're able to adapt and overcome. They're able to take these huge, humongous winds. Not all of them, you know, obviously you got the old ones that will just be ripped out of the sand, but some of the other palm trees, they start to bend and move, and they don't crack. Oak trees are solid. Pecan trees are solid. So when they get hit with huge, you know, tornadoes or hurricane winds, they break. I love that analogy. It teaches me to be more flexible with what I do. It teaches me to adapt to whatever comes my way. So that's my message for today. I'm going to keep it short. Stay committed. If you're setting New Year's resolutions, now I remember the word, of course, at the end of the video. Why not start the process now? If you're gonna like I said, you're gonna lose weight in 2025, why not just take an extra little bit of time, build up some cardio, so when you hit that gym, you're not like the first day, oh, that's how I am always. If you're gonna launch a business, start doing your research now. If you're gonna do photography, practice for that launch. If you already have your business and you want to focus on SEO, do it now. Do the research now. Build that stuff up so you can immediately start seeing the fruits of your hard work right away, instead of doing it and then waiting, and then like most people do with resolutions, they just give up. So I hope that helps. Like I said, we're okay. Everything's all good. We just had to come do this for the next few days, and we'll be back in our studio. But I'll be back on here tomorrow. Hopefully you're with me. And for those that have been watching my previous videos, thank you so much. For the ones that commented, thank you for leaving a comment. Steven, I give you big props. Thank you for commenting back. I did that from the heart because I loved what I saw in that video. So there was no other intention for that. No other like trying to bite off anybody. I have mad respect for you. And then as well as other speakers that I follow. So thank you for being on this journey. I hope you're here with me tomorrow, and we'll do it again. I don't know what kind of scenario I'll be in front of tomorrow. So until tomorrow, deuces.